Okay, today I'm going to be doing a review on my concealed carry holsters. This is the Vetter Comfort Tuck. This one specifically is for my IJ70 or a Makarov. The model design for it is for the Bulgarian Makarov, but they fit pretty much any other Makarov. Due to how the kydex is actually formed around the gun. It's mostly just the barrel and trigger group. As well as the Pitbull magazine holster. This is a universal holster, so it expands. And I'll show you that it works with multiple calibers and sizes of magazines. I'm going to start off with the Vetter holster. It's pretty simple. It's a kydex. You order it to the specific model of gun that you have, and you have multiple attachment options. These clips here, I went with the standard, I think they're called J clips. This is a concealed carry holster. They have multiple makes for the holster, as well as different carry options. This is their comfort concealed carry option though, and this is the gun I choose to conceal carry. It's actually a little different than your standard Makarov. It is 9x18 Makarov, so it's like a true Makarov, but the IJ70 is a export gun, and it has sporterized sights. So that's the only difference between like a PMM or a PM Makarov, is the rear sight. Let me show you how it fits in. It's a leather backing, so you have a lot of play as far as how the gun slides in. When it's on, it's a bit more snug. When it's off, it kind of loosely slides in. As you can see, it just loops right around your belt. I'll actually put this on in a minute and show you how it fits. I really like it. It's super comfortable. The leather backing is better than pretty much any other holster I've ever had for this specific gun, and probably the best concealed carry holster I've ever had. On my scale, I would say that this is probably a 9.5 out of 10. There is a little bit of discomfort with it as to how I carry, but I carry on the 3 o'clock position, which is probably not the most comfortable way to carry concealed, but I like it. I'm kind of like a hip draw person anyway, but when this is tacked in real good, it actually doesn't come out at all. But like I said, when it's loose, this back has enough play that it just kind of slides right out. But when you're wearing it, you could jump around and probably do a flip. I'm not that acrobatic. So I'm gonna cut here and put on the holster and show you how it fits on me. Okay, so I had to reshoot this part because for some reason it switched over to time lapse, and it actually looked really funny. But as you can see, there's not a whole lot of printing. I lumbar carry my mags, so super accessible, really easy to put back in. The holster right there, super accessible, really secure. Wiggle test. These things are not coming out, especially if you loop over your belt. Like in the case of the holster, it's not going anywhere. Really easy draw. Just as easy to put back in. Like I said, I have a little bit of an issue with this tab up here. It's still a very good holster. So here's the magazine holster. It's really low profile. It's actually universal. That's why I have all these different mags here. You got single stack, double stack, 9mm double stack, and 40 Smith & Wesson. They'll all fit in this one holster, And you can wear this as an inside the waistband or outside the waistband. I believe you can also carry it upside down. The single stack 9mm Makarovs are kind of loose in here, but they will fit. This is a Bulgarian mag. I got the double stack 9mm to 40, I believe it is. But they do make slightly thinner ones. But as most of you know, 9 Makarov, really small. So it's hard to find anything that's going to fit this and all of these. But this comes really close. On the inside of it, it actually grabs really well. And it expands, like I was saying earlier. You got these like rubber band things going on here. So here's a 9mm Makarov double stack. That's not going anywhere. Like even my finger got trapped in there. And it's really easy to pull out. You don't have to press anything. You don't have to pull on it. You don't have to tilt it. Just pull straight out. It comes right out. It's really nice. Here's a 9x19. This magazine's CZ mag. Or a IWI Jericho mag. I think it's my Jericho mag, but there's no markings on it, so it might actually be a CZ mag. Again, fits right in there. It's not coming out. Slides right out, real easy. Probably 2 pounds of pressure to pull it out. Super simple. And then here's my 40 Smith & Wesson mag. This is from my CZ TS2. As you can see on the bottom, it's a tactical sports mag. Fits right in. Doesn't come out. Slides out real easy. I'm gonna cut over and put this on as an inside the waistband holster. And I'll show you how that fits. My Bulgarian mags, these little guys, are kind of just backups. I don't really ever carry those, so I didn't get a universal holster for them. It's typically just for my Makarov mags, but sometimes I only carry one gun and I want to keep the mags on my body. So I'm really glad it fits these more universally. So in combination, the Vetter and the Pitbull, these are only like 25 bucks too. These are really cheap for holsters. So far I've had no issue with it whatsoever. Like I said, it grabs the magazines really well. It'll grab your fingers too if you're not careful. But yeah, the Pitbull Tactical Universal Magazine Holster, I give that a 10 out of 10, especially if you're gonna inside the waistband carry magazines. Super low profile, like as you can see, it's super thin, and it's only as thick as your magazine, really. So as long as your magazine fits in your waistband, it's a perfect option for concealed carry. The Vetter holster, like I said, I'd give it a 9.5 out of 10. It's a little floppy when it's not on your body, but as soon as you put it on, it's a great holster. It's super comfortable. I didn't have really any issues except for, personally, I think this part should be a little bit wider. Either that or they didn't quite set the kydex right. Like it could be like a 1/4 of an inch over more, just to cover a little bit more of this metal, because I did notice that with bending a bit, there's a little bit of exposed metal. You can probably see that there, like right there. But overall, super great product, super comfortable. The attachment points are replaceable. It's a Phillips head screw, super easy to switch out. And again, the leather is really nice, real smooth. My gun does wear on it a little bit. As you can see, I've already worn this probably 4 times now. It's pretty new, but again, really like it. Great product. Would definitely recommend to anyone that's looking for a conceal carry holster that doesn't require lights. It is optic ready. As you can see, when I put the gun in, it doesn't quite come back to the rear sight. So like if you have an optic as a rear sight or really close, they do have optic cut options. This one obviously doesn't have an optic. Have no intent in putting an optic on it. Like I said, this IJ70 specifically is double stack, so it's actually kind of rare. They only made this gun for export for about 2 years, and I was lucky enough to find one, and it's got a pretty low serial number, so I'm pretty happy about that. Probably won't do any modifications to this gun. It's kind of just like my little collector pistol. Really glad I found this holster for it. They're not exactly the easiest gun to find holsters for, but anything that prints with the front half of the gun, front 3/4 of the gun, it's going to be the identical gun to like a Bulgarian or even a single stack. The major difference is that the handle is quite thick. But yeah, the pit bull, super great. 10 out of 10. Would totally recommend to anyone looking for really any kind of magazine holster, because it is very inexpensive and the build quality is actually really good for the price. Costs as much as a Glock knife, and it holds magazines like a pit bull, and it really does live up to its name. But anyway, if you want any more information on these products, or if you need the link, I can send it to you in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this review, it was very quick. Please like and subscribe. Send comments. I always answer comments. Any questions regarding the products or the links to get them, I can answer those down in the comments. If you like my reviews and my tutorials, please like and subscribe. Every little bit of support helps and is greatly appreciated. Anyway, before I start rambling too much, I'm gonna end the video here. Like I said, like and subscribe if you want to see more. If not, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.